Welcome back to the South Dakota Dynasty. Today the Coyotes are on the road for a game against a top 25 opponent here in TCF Bank Stadium. In week 1 we lost 45-21 to Buffalo. It was a close game until the fourth quarter in which Buffalo scored 21 points. They really pulled away late in the game. We'll have to see if we're able to play better today against even tougher competition. Jalen Page and Cordell Hicks are guys to keep an eye on. This is a very talented Minnesota defense led by the cornerback Terrell Smith. Pierce Libby gets the first carry of the day. He goes for around 12 yards. Now it would be Jalen Page who gets the handoff. He had a very good week 1, 10 carries, 89 yards and a touchdown, averaging 8.9 yards per carry. On second down and 7, J.R. Miller will throw into the flats for Tate Wagner, who's able to pick up 4 yards. It'll be third down and 3 now. Miller from the shotgun trips to the right. He throws. He's got Dion Gilbert, the senior wide receiver, for 13 yards, and that will keep the drive alive. Now second down and 8. Cooper Price split out left. They'll look his way, and it's intercepted. J.R. Miller had 1 interception last week on a very similar play to that, looking deep for Cooper Price. Last week was intercepted on a play like that and picked off there. This is an interesting Minnesota offense. Both their quarterbacks declared for the draft, and no one on this roster has ever thrown a pass. Cole Kramer, the redshirt fresh sophomore, will get the start. He's surrounded by very talented playmakers, including Muhammad Ibrahim and Rashad Bateman. Ibrahim will get the first carry, pick up a first and more with 15 yards tacked on for the face mask. Kramer will throw his first pass. He's got Rashad Bateman, and the very talented future NFL receiver has 10 yards. First down and 10, quick screen outside to Bateman once again. Relying on him early, it's Ross Bukowski who tackles him after a gain of 9. It'll be third down and 1 as Kramer will go play action, empty set. Now he'll run to his right and just picks up the first down as Sylvia Widener could not stop him in time. Pedro Martels had a sack last week, but we did not force a turnover. We're going to need to get a little more havoc going if we want to win today and stay competitive this season. Now it's Cole Kramer. He's a good athlete, and he'll run it in on the quarterback draw as Minnesota takes an early 7-0 lead on their first drive of the game. Our offense ran the ball very well last week. As we see a new formation here, it's a little bit of a pistol flex bone look. Pierce Libby will get the carry. J.R. Miller only threw for 113 yards on 22 attempts and was very inaccurate at times. He's going to need to be better in that area if we want to have continued offensive success. Now it's Dontavius Knight lined up a receiver who comes in motion. He gets the pitch and he's into the open field past the 30 and down after a 17-yard gain. Knight had 5 carries for 36 yards and 3 catches, but those 3 catches went for -3 yards. Now an interesting play design, but it will end up with a loss of 3 for Jalen Page. Third down and 10, Miller will throw into the flats. He's got Pierce Libby, and he'll end up losing 3 or 4 yards. Couldn't cut up in field in time to make progress. So now to be Devin West, the senior kicker, on for the long field goal attempt. And it's no good, just barely missing. We've definitely found the range of Devin West, and that is it, as it was very close but not quite enough. So Minnesota's defense escapes, giving up no points. Now they'll throw quickly. It's intercepted. It's Xavier Warner, the senior. He comes up with a big play and gives our offense the ball back. A big problem last week was the defense getting pressure on J.R. Miller. We'll have to see if they rely more on the ground game today as they go triple option for 8 yards. As a team, we gave up 4 sacks, so we're going to have to keep that number down and run the ball well once again, as we are doing a good job of that early. Jalen Page for another 7 yards. Now we'll go empty with Hicks and Knight split out wide. Throw, there's Deontay Knox on the deep end route. He picks up 19 yards. Knox had 3 catches for 34 yards in week 1. Quick throw into the flats as he gets the touchdown. It's a 9-yard score for the sophomore. One thing to note, early on this drive, Tate Wagner was hurt, and we'll have to see if he'll be able to return today. If not, we'll see a lot more Cordell Hicks in all of our formations. There's a big play from the third safety, Trevon Simmons. Now 2nd down and 11, setting up the screen pass. Here's Mohamed Ibrahim, slips through somehow and is brought down by Eric Sikowski after picking up the first. So the drive continues as Minnesota will go trips to the right, run counter to the left. Ibrahim somehow powers his way forward and slips through for 8 yards. A 2x2 set from the spread. They'll go sweep outside Ibrahim. He's met and pushed out of bounds after a 14-yard gain. Looks like the running struggles are continuing once again. We gave up 426 yards on the ground last week. Jarrett Patterson had 225 and the quarterback had 153. There's a good stop by our defense, and now the field goal kicker is on, and he nails it. That would have been good from way distance. And it'll be a 3-point lead for Minnesota as we're back on offense. Nowhere to go. The free defender gets there as Pierce Libby will lose a yard. 3 wide with Went in the slot on 3rd down and 8. Throw outside, tight window, and Cordell Hicks has it for 15 yards. He already has 3 catches for 49. So 1st down and 10, 6 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. On the wheel route, it's Nate Went for 21 yards. I really like the play call there on the play action. Now 1st down and 10, looks like they're setting up a screen. It's Jalen Page. He finds some room to run and picks up around 8 as it'll be 2nd and short upcoming. A split backfield with Page and Knight in the backfield. They'll pitch it to Knight, tries to make a move. It's recovered by Rush, and now he's into the open field inside of Coyote territory, past the 30 to the 20 to the 10. He's gonna take it all the way. That could be a monumental momentum shift as we were driving to take the lead. Instead, Minnesota now has a 10-point lead. Miller will throw. He's got Hicks. It'll be a 4-yard gain. And now Cordell Hicks is hurt. He's grabbing his knee, so it'll be Brock Peterson, the 3rd tight end in. Libby straight up the middle. He'll pick up 9 yards. An update on Tate Wagner. It's not too serious of an injury, and he may be able to return today, but may need a little time off and may see him later in around the 4th quarter. 2nd down and 5 as Miller will throw once again. Tight window, fits it into Dion Gilbert. He has his 2nd catch. Play action on 2nd down and 7. Throw. It's Nate Went once again. He cuts upfield inside of the red zone and down at around the 14-yard line. 157 yards so far in this first half for J.R. Miller. Miller will throw once again. He'll dump it down to Page as he's got around 5 or 6 yards. And we have it inside of the 10-yard line now. 2 minutes left in the first half. Throw to Went, and he's got the touchdown as Nate Went comes up with a big play, and that'll cut it back to a 1-score ball game. Minnesota still has a lot of time to work with and a chance to extend their lead even further. It'll be Cole Kramer who picks up 11 yards on the scramble. Trips to the left for Kramer's. He'll go to the air. Steps up in the pocket, fires to his left. He's got Douglas. He breaks 1 tackle and is brought down after a 9-yard gain as Minnesota will use their first timeout. This would be an opportune time for our defense to come up with a big play as Minnesota will get the ball to start the second half. So if they can extend their lead here and then get the ball to open the second half, it could start to get away from us. Kramer will throw. He's got a wide open man. Trayshawn Toney was beaten coverage as Douglas picks up 18 yards. Kramer is 6 for 9 so far, and now he'll try and step up and run. He's brought down. It's Shadow Hansen who has his first sack on the season. 2nd down and 12. Kramer will go empty. He throws out to his right. He's got Chris Ottman-Bell, and it's an 11-yard game just shy of the first down. Sticking with the empty look as Kramer will throw once again. He has all day to throw, finally finds a man, and it'll be a 13-yard reception and goal to go for Minnesota. A stack look to the left as Kramer will throw, lob outside, and Eric Sikowski, the free safety, had a chance for an interception. Instead, it'll be 3rd down and goal. 29 seconds left, Kramer will throw once more. He has time, throws it outside, has his running back, but he's out of bounds of the 1-yard line. And Minnesota will kick the field goal, so it'll stay as a 1-score ball game as we head into halftime. J.R. Miller so far in the first half has looked much better than he did in week 1, and our running game looks good once again. We're just going to need our defense to come up with some more big plays. Xavier Warner's interception was a good start, but we need more sacks, more pressures in the backfield and tackles for loss, and our offense to keep it up, as they are outgaining Minnesota currently, but are still down by 6 points. They do have the 2 turnovers, so they need to do a better job of taking care of the football. Like I said, Minnesota does open the second half with it. It'll be Mohamed Ibrahim on the draw play, as he's able to pick up 14 yards and a first. A 4-wide set on first down and 10, as Ibrahim will get the carry once again. He's got green grass ahead of him, meets Eric Sikowski, drives forward for a few more yards, as Minnesota nears 100 yards rushing as a team. Now they'll go trips to the left from the shotgun, but they'll stick with the ground game, as it's Ibrahim once again, another first down run, this time for 10 yards. Sikowski already has 6 tackles on the game, so he's been very active from the free safety position. Kramer will throw, and a perfect lob right over the head of Sylvia Widenar to Rashad Bateman. A perfect throw for the quarterback, making his first career start. Now a pitch outside, Ibrahim cuts it upfield, and Sikowski did not initiate contact there, and so it will be a touchdown for Minnesota. They extend their lead to 2 scores. Pierce Libby gets the carry to open the second half on our first drive, and he gets 30 yards. Great job weaving through the defense, as he's over 1,000 yards rushing in his career now. Dontavius Knight on a quick screen outside, and he'll end up losing a yard. Still has not really got much going as a receiver. Third down and 11, taking a shot downfield again, and Terrell Smith is there, knocking it away, intended for Deontay Knox. Luckily, that one was not intercepted, but Jared Miller has been very good, 14 for 17 so far. Ibrahim breaks 1 tackle and ends up stumbling. If he stays on his feet, he might have gone the whole way. Ibrahim has looked really good so far and showcased that he may have a potential future in the NFL. There's a great play and stop by Jackson Harvey. It's a loss of 2. Now they'll go draw a play and another good run stop, another tackle for loss, this time by Sylvia. Third down and 13. It's a big opportunity for our defense. Setting up the screen, it's Ibrahim. He breaks 1 tackle and Harvey can't bring him down. And he's still short just barely, but the offense will stay on the field. They'll give it to Jason Williamson. He finds a hole. Great cut and great misdirection there as he picks up 14 yards. So the Golden Gopher drive will stay alive. Williamson will stay in. Now they go draw play to him. He's got another chunk gain, this time for 21 yards. So first down and 10, as Minnesota has a very productive drive right here. They'll throw to the end zone. It's Rashad Bateman for the receiving touchdown. He has his first on the day and the first passing touchdown in Cole Kramer's career. First down and 10 will go to the ground game, now down by 3 scores. It's Pierce Libby for 13 yards. Second down and 9 as Tate Wagner has returned now, as we'll go counterplay for Jalen Page. Nice juke move and a nice first down run for the junior running back. A split backfield on second down and 10 will go play action, throw to Nate Went. He's had by far his best game probably in the last 2 years so far today. He has 70 yards receiving. Now we'll go triple option into the open field. Here's Dontavius Knight. He's brought down, can't make the defender miss, but does pick up 13. Libby back in the ball games will go 3 wide from the shotgun. He finds a hole, great vision, and powers forward for a 13-yard run. He's nearing 100 yards now today. It'll be the fake to Jalen Page, keep for J.R. Miller. He's got 9 yards, just shy of the first down marker. Libby checks back in, they'll go to him. He's brought down on third down and 1 will lose 1 yard. And we'll have to see if the offense stays on the field. They will. They'll go split backfield as Tay Knight checks in. Pitch to Jalen Page. He tries to extend it outside and will be brought down to the 1 yard line, but the drive will stay alive. First down and goal, they'll go to Tay Knight, and he's got his first career rushing touchdown as we have cut it back to a 13-point ball game. And now's here where we need our defense to come up with a huge stop. It'll be Mohamed Ibrahim on the counter. He weaves his way across to around midfield, a 13-yard gain. maybe the final play of the third quarter. They'll go deep and across the middle. It is another big reception as Cole Crane and his receivers have looked very good, and the running game has looked even better. Sweep outside, cutting upfield, it's Ibrahim once again, this time for 11 yards, as he has 124 yards rushing so far through 3 quarters. Ibrahim once again, he's inside of the 10 and brought down to the 5-yard line, a 15-yard run. It'll be goal to go from the 4 or 5-yard line. Ibrahim once again breaks Sikowski's tackle and is into the end zone for another rushing touchdown, as Minnesota extends their lead back to 3 scores. 41-21, Miller's brought down. He'll lose 7 yards. Great interior rush by Teague. Looks like they're sending everyone deep on 3rd down and 17. Lob outside and deflected by Terrell Smith. It's another stop as the lead continues to grow for Minnesota. A split backfield. Here's Ibrahim. He breaks one tackle, breaks another, and is finally brought down inside of Coyote territory after a 14-yard run. Now 2nd down and 10, they'll go draw a play. Ibrahim breaks one, he's still going, breaks another. A bunch of defenders there, he's still going. He may score. Kendrick has a chance, he breaks that tackle and is brought down inside of the end zone. An amazing run. He looks like another number 24 running back who played out in Seattle, and that's very reminiscent of that running back's run against the Saints. An absolutely outstanding run. He broke maybe 6 or 7 tackles, and LaDorian Bolden finally gets there to bring him down, but he was into the end zone by that point. First down and 10 for Miller. He'll throw. He's got Cordell Hicks once again, and he's brought down to the 40-yard line. 195 yards passing for J.R. Miller. A 4-wide set with Gilbert and Hicks in the slot. Throw outside, and what a catch by Cordell Hicks. We'll get a second look at this one. Somehow it looks like he got a foot in bounds. We'll get a look, and yeah, he may have even gotten 2 in bounds. An outstanding play by the tight end. First down, throw outside once again, and it's Hicks once more on the corner route, as he has too much speed for safeties or linebackers to keep up with, especially on plays like that. Now 3rd down and 8, here's Pierce Libby. He cuts it out to the right, now back to the inside, and he's gonna take it all the way for a 29-yard touchdown on the screen pass, as J.R. Miller has his 3rd passing touchdown of the day. Minnesota will get the ball back, still with a 20-point lead, and now a chance to run some clock. A condensed set on 3rd down and 5 as Kramer will try and do it himself, and he will pick up 7 yards. DC couldn't get there in time. Minnesota runs it down to 2 seconds left on the play clock. Ibrahim breaks one tackle, stumbles forward, breaks another, and picks up a 1st down. He has looked incredible today. He has 227 yards rushing on the ground. Now it's Ibrahim once again, this time for 10 yards and another 1st. Minnesota will run out the rest of the clock. Ibrahim runs for 243 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground, adds 3 catches through the air. Jarrett Patterson had 225 last week. I didn't think someone could outperform him, but Muhammad Ibrahim definitely did that. The big momentum shift came on the scoop and score for Minnesota. J.R. Miller was much better today, much more accurate, hitting plays downfield. Cordell Hicks had 7 for 98, and Nate Went had one of the better games of his career. But we just could not stop this rushing attack for Minnesota. So now we are 0-2 on the season, and it's tough once again as we'll be traveling to Morgantown for our second to last out-of-conference game and our second of 3rd straight road game. West Virginia is a talented team out of the Big 12. They won 35-10 against FCS competition, a game in which they actually gave up 14 yards of passing. That's it. And somehow the FCS team still scored 10 points, which is sort of crazy. North Dakota State, in typical Bison fashion, won 21-0 in pretty dominant fashion. They had 315 yards on the ground. South Dakota State just barely came up short against Ole Miss. And Connor Platt, the #1 quarterback, actually went down and will miss 8 games. So the true sophomore, Aaron Massey, will be the starter for the foreseeable future. I was honestly surprised he wasn't the starter to begin the season, and North Dakota still looking for their first win as an FBS team. One thing to note out of today's ball game, as the third safety in our three safety looks, Trevon Simmons has turf toe and is questionable for our game against West Virginia. Most likely he will not play, so it'll be DeMarco Anderson, a hard-hitting, big, strong safety who will play instead of him. But I hope you did enjoy today's ball game. Not the start we wanted out of Season 3, 0-2, and sort of looking at 0-3 with very stiff competition on the road. But like I said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like down below. I will see you for our next game against West Virginia. Have a great rest of your day.